time we did any activities or any role plays, I always made sure he was involved in it, and from the students to support them. Like say, for example, if he got an answer right, or if their team won, then we would clap and say, look, you've done well. So I think the confidence level, I think half the problem with the students is that it's not that they don't know how to, they have the knowledge, but half the time the problem is how do they apply the knowledge. And that's our job, to facilitate and stimulate them. And at the same time, we need to make sure that they grow with their confidence. So half the problem is the confidence. That's what it is.
So guys, how important do you think it is to use conversational English within the class?
Well, I was coming to that point earlier. Theoretically, many people believe that grammar still should be one of the most important, significant parts of language teaching. But how things have changed in the recent past. We no longer concentrate on grammar now. We are moving more towards communicative teaching, as you mentioned. Now, one of the ways of dealing with a classroom which is novice and at beginner's level is to make sure you do a lot of drilling. And these days in language teaching, we regard context as everything. Basically, you have to put them in a context where they use a certain language, and you have to use repetitive process and make sure the language is reinforced all the time. It keeps coming back to them. But then again, a lot goes back to the way you plan a lesson. When you're planning a lesson, you should know the kind of language which is being used is up to the student's level, and there is variety in that. There's something in it for students of each and every ability. You put something in there which is good for a student, because normally in ESL classrooms we have students of mixed abilities. So we got to make sure that there's something in there for everybody. Some exercises are hard, some exercises are easier. So the context these days in EFL teaching, we say context is the cornerstone. Context plays the major part.
And what about like teaching phrases, simple phrases that
the two things also, just to come on to what Razak was saying, is that when we are doing the lesson plans, and generally if we are observed or if we're not, either way, we try to aim to kind of reduce the teacher talk time, so therefore we create more of a kind of an atmosphere where the students are having conversation. And mashallah, they have a lot of opinions.